Bertrand Russell's contributions to ethics, politics, and education, 70-plus lines. Bertrand Russell's philosophical contributions extended well beyond the realms of logic and analytic philosophy, encompassing ethics, political philosophy, and education. His work in these areas demonstrated a deep commitment to reason, individual freedom, and the improvement of society. In ethics, Russell rejected absolute moral standards based on religion or metaphysical doctrines. Instead, he argued for a rational, scientific approach to morality. He believed that ethical principles should aim to maximize human happiness and minimize suffering, aligning with a utilitarian perspective. However, Russell's version of utilitarianism was nuanced, recognizing the complexities of human desires and the challenges of predicting the consequences of actions. His ethical writings emphasized the importance of compassion, tolerance, and understanding in personal and social relationships. Russell's political philosophy was equally influential. A staunch advocate of individual liberty, he was deeply critical of authoritarian regimes and dogmatic ideologies. His opposition to World War I, grounded in his pacifist principles, led to his imprisonment in 1918. However, his pacifism was not absolute. During World War II, he supported the Allied cause, viewing it as a necessary fight against fascism. This pragmatic stance highlighted his ability to balance ethical ideals with real-world complexities. One of Russell's most significant political concerns was the threat of nuclear war. In the aftermath of World War II, he became a leading voice in the campaign for nuclear disarmament. His book Common Sense and Nuclear Warfare, 1959, articulated the moral and practical dangers of nuclear weapons, calling for international cooperation to prevent global catastrophe. In 1955, he co-authored the Russell-Einstein Manifesto with Albert Einstein and other prominent scientists, urging world leaders to seek peaceful solutions to conflicts. Russell's views on education were shaped by his belief in the transformative power of knowledge and reason. He argued that education should cultivate critical thinking, creativity, and emotional intelligence, rather than merely imparting factual knowledge. His experimental Beacon Hill School, co-founded with Dora Russell, exemplified his vision of progressive education. The school emphasized freedom, exploration, and mutual respect, challenging traditional authoritarian models of schooling. In his book Education and the Social Order, 1932, Russell articulated a broader vision of education as a means of social reform. He argued that education should reduce inequality and promote a just, democratic society. Russell believed that an enlightened populace, capable of independent thought, was essential for the survival of democracy and the prevention of tyranny. Russell's activism also extended to issues of gender equality, freedom of speech, and sexual liberation. He criticized Victorian moral conventions, advocating for greater personal freedom and the decriminalization of homosexuality. His progressive views often made him a controversial figure, but they also demonstrated his courage in challenging societal norms. Throughout his life, Russell remained committed to the idea that philosophy could address practical problems and improve human life. His writings on ethics, politics, and education continue to inspire, offering a vision of a world guided by reason, compassion, and the pursuit of knowledge. His enduring legacy is not only as a philosopher but as a public intellectual dedicated to the betterment of humanity.